Hi everyone, so it is time for a new reading vlog, and today is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, I'm starting on my armchair, and it's going to be just like a super cozy self-care type of vlog. I feel like I was starting to put too much pressure on myself with like all the different content that I want to make, and like while I'm excited for it, I could just tell that I was way more anxious than excited, and so I decided to do just like a more chill vlog during the weekend when I can just, unwind, take care of myself, relax, and bring you along with me. So I definitely am going to read, but I don't want to pressure myself to like read certain books or finish all the books or anything like that. So we're gonna read, we're gonna watch shows and movies and relax. I have been watching Ted Lasso. I think I'm on episode 5. Absolutely in love with it, and I'm trying not to binge watch the entire thing at once because I hate the thought of it being over, but obviously I'm absolutely in love with it. And if you need just like a comfort show and some wholesome, lighthearted, uplifting content, you definitely absolutely need to check it out. And I am so happy I'm watching it. I feel like it's the perfect timing as well because again, I just need all the joy and comfort right now. Then we're planning on watching some stuff with my mom and my sister. I want to talk about that a little bit more as well along with the books, and I think that is something that I want to do in general on my channel, that like I want to share the other things along with books as well. And like I don't know about other booktubers, books are honestly at this point the biggest part of my life and free time, but I still, I still love movies and TV shows, and I started making writing vlogs, and I don't know how regularly I'm gonna do that because right now I'm filming for like NaNoWriMo. But in the future, I want to mention some things about writing as well, or just like random things I'm doing. So let me know if you would like that. But I think that like I just want to connect with you all more, and I need to like stop taking everything so seriously. But I do have one book right here with me that I really think I should start, and that is Battle Royale by Lucy Barker. I know that two of my friends, Sil and Nick, they absolutely loved this book, and I trust their tastes super a lot. And so I just know I'm gonna adore this book, and it's Grumpy Sunshine, and there's like a baking competition. I think it might be even like enemies to lovers or something, and I'm just like, I'm so ready for it. I absolutely adore this cover, and I think it just like is gonna be the perfect cozy, lighthearted, wonderful romance that is just everything that I need. So again, no promises that I'm gonna read the entire thing, but I definitely want to dive in. And now that I think about it, I actually think I might pick up a YA contemporary that I'm super excited for, so I might as well talk about it right now. In my probably like the last vlog that you saw, I read Now That I've Found You by Christina Forrest and absolutely fell in love. I adored it. It was everything. It was such an incredible YA contemporary. Absolutely recommend it. Christina Forrest has another book that I successfully forgot the name of. It's like it's right there in my brain, but I can't reach it. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen. So it is by Christina Forrest, like I said, and the cover is so beautiful, and it's supposed to be about a ballerina who finds love on the road to an audition or something. And so I'm guessing this is gonna be like a journey story and like about a ballerina. And like honestly, like I don't need to know anything else because like the amount that I loved Now That I've Found You, I just know I'm gonna love this as well. I do think I want to like watch some YouTube and just, chill and relax and all of that, but I might read something. We'll see. But either way, I am gonna update you tomorrow. good afternoon. It's like 3 p.m. and it is time for an update. So I just did my makeup. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do my makeup because, you know, like self-care, and I didn't want to like force myself into it. But I just kind of felt like it, and I feel like makeup, when I don't like force it, does feel like self-care to me, and I just really enjoy it, and it's really relaxing. And after that, I usually just feel way better. Anyway, let's talk about books now. So I started I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest. And so I just started listening to the audiobook, and I am so happy I did because I'm absolutely in love with it. Our main character is a ballerina, and she had an accident with her ankle like a year ago before the story starts, and she wasn't sure if she could dance again the same way she did before, but she, you know, like persevered and kept on practicing and everything, and she wants to go to this really important audition, but her mom doesn't want, like, if she told her mom and asked her, she would not let her because her mom is just super protective and everything. And so she secretly goes to the audition, and she ends up going with this boy from the neighborhood that she used to know, and then they had some like issues and stopped talking, and so it's kind of like rivals to lovers, and I haven't been reading any like hate to love, enemies to lovers, anything like that that much lately, because I am like a best friends to lovers stan, but I still love enemies to lovers, and I really want to find like new good books that have that trope. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. But yeah, so they end up like taking the journey together, and of course there are issues along the way, and they have to make detours and all kinds of things like that, and it's so fun, and I just love the dynamic between them. And one thing that just happened is that they ran into like an old best friend that they didn't talk to for a long time, and the dynamic that our main character has with him was just like so sweet, and like even though it didn't have a lot of page time, I could just feel the connection between them, and that they missed each other and wanted to be back in each other's lives. And I just adore friendships in books, and like, oh my god. So I'm in love with this book. I just can't stop reading it, and it's so good. So I think I got like halfway through. Do you think, unfortunately, I might have to stop reading the book because my head kind of started hurting and I'm not feeling the best physically. So I'm not sure how many updates I'm gonna do today and how much I'm gonna read, because again, you know, this is all about self-care. I don't want to pressure myself into anything. So when I have a headache, I kind of struggle with audiobooks. Another thing that I want to do is read this book. So I didn't mention it in here, but recently I've just been like remembering the fact that I love poetry. I always used to read it a lot, and I feel like I am not in focus. Oh my god. I feel like that's the one thing that this year I've been really sucking at, that I haven't read a lot of poetry. And this is one of my favorite collections, and it's Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. So if you didn't know, Nikita Gill is my favorite poet of all time. Absolutely love her. And I need more books by her, and I need to own all of them. But my favorite is Your Soul is a River. That is just like my all-time favorite poetry collection. It's everything. I adore it. But I don't own this. I don't own this one, and I already have a plan for when I'm gonna buy it and read it again. And it's just the kind of book that like is just so special, and it's just so impactful like when I need it. But this one is also super special and wonderful, and I feel like I just need to read this as well. Then while I have a bookmark in this, I only read one page because I just, again, like I was just kind of watching things yesterday, and then I ended up picking up the audiobook by Christina Forrest instead. But I still want to start this. I really hope I feel better soon, but I do think I'm just gonna try to take things easy and just do whatever feels good. And I do want to watch some Christmas movies with my mom. And so think we're gonna do that, and we'll see. I should also watch another episode of Ted Lasso, but I'm trying to, again, save it, you know, but yes. Hi everyone, so it is many days later. It is once again a weekend. It is Friday night, and I wasn't sure if I shouldn't like just trash this vlog because I don't know like what I talked about, and I just for multiple days I was kind of sick. I think I might have mentioned it, and then I just, you know, didn't have energy, and then I was busy and all of that kind of stuff. But I didn't want to trash it, and I just decided to continue it now and make it like a self-care weekend vlog on 2 weekends. There are some things that I want to talk about. So my sister got me bubble tea today, which I'm so fucking excited about. And I got, once again, a passion fruit green tea, this time with lychee jelly. And I'm so fucking excited. And there's one thing that, like, a nice silver lining that I find funny at this point, which is, like a bad memory with like in some ways. My sister brought this to me, and then we basically had like a visit from some friends, whatever, and so I was like, I'm gonna drink it later and I'm gonna show it in the vlog and whatever. And then I forgot about it, and I came back in my room and I saw it and I got so excited. So that is one like dumb thing that is just like really nice, that I can surprise myself multiple times even with the same thing and just be super happy every time. So super excited to drink this. It's so good. Oh my god. So I'm so excited to drink this, but anyways, enough about bubble tea. Let's talk about books. So I did finish 2 things since I last talked to you, and I really took my time with them and I enjoyed them so much. So the first book that I want to talk to you about is one that I mentioned, which is Wild Embers by Nikita Gill. And oh my god, this was the best experience. I started it when I talked to you, and then I took at least like 3 days to read it like over time, and it was just the best thing ever. It was exactly what I needed, just so beautiful and touching and incredible. And I also feel like it was the kind of read where you read the perfect book at the perfect time. Like, there were so many things that I really needed to hear in this, and it was just so impactful and inspiring, and I feel like I love this book even more every time I read it, and it's just so dear to my heart. You can see, especially like in the first half of the book, I literally had highlights on almost every like double page, and it was just absolutely wonderful, and I loved it so much, and absolutely recommend it if you like poetry or you want to try out poetry. I cannot recommend Nikita's books enough, but I did actually do a poetry guide a while ago, so if that's something you're interested in, I'm gonna link it down below, where I talked about all of my favorite poetry books and just like perfect places to start and things like that. So absolutely loved my experience with this. I'm so happy that I can like document it in here a little bit because it was just so special and beautiful, and I'm just super happy. I mentioned that I would be starting Battle Royale by Lucy Parker, and I do absolutely want to read it super soon, but I just feel like maybe it's not the perfect time yet. So I might read this another time in another vlog, so I'm really sorry about that. But I am actually currently reading another book by Lucy Parker, which I didn't even realize. So I am reading that for another super special vlog. So I'm not going to talk about it a lot in here, but I do want to mention it as like a sneak peek. And the book that I'm reading is Pretty Face by Lucy Parker. Absolutely in love. Like, absolutely in love. If you like books about celebrities, age gaps, hate to love, and like forced proximity and like forbidden romance, you're gonna love this. It is incredible. I got to like 30%, absolutely in love. Can't wait to read that. So I am gonna be reading that this weekend for sure. So again, not gonna talk about it a lot, but I needed to mention it because like I'm loving it so much and I need everyone to read it. So Battle Royale is gonna wait for a little bit. Still super excited, still definitely reading it soon. The book that I think I'm gonna pick up next is A Dance with the Fae Prince by Elise Kova. And this book actually arrived during the week. Once again, another thing that I entirely forgot. I was so confused when I got it. I was like, how did this happen? I was so excited. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm so excited for this. This is in like a standalone fantasy romance series. Each of the books follows a different couple, and it's kind of like fairy tale like retellings. And this one is supposed to be a retelling or like inspired by Psyche and Eros and Cinderella. I just really enjoyed the first one. It's definitely like more for romance fans than fantasy fans, but I felt like the magic was really nice in it, and it's just like kind of typical fae chill fantasy romance books, and it just works super well for me personally. Super focused on the romance and quick and, you know, standalone and fun. Like there's obviously like a plot but it's not like anything extreme. It's nothing like super action packed. So that was the first book, and I do think that this one is going to be similar to that, obviously. And absolutely adore this cover, and I just cannot wait to read this, and I feel like I'm in the perfect mood for it. But yes, and before I go, I actually completely forgot to talk about the other book that I finished this week, and that is I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest. Absolutely loved it. I loved it as much as the first book by Christina that I read, and it was so good. I'm so happy I read it. It was just such a fun, lighthearted, super quick romance that I was just so invested in, and I just loved everything about this, and it was just wonderful. And again, if you like YA contemporary romances, I highly recommend this book and the other book. And yeah, this was just absolutely incredible. So happy I read it. So definitely check it out. And yes, so I do think I'm gonna try to relax tonight. I do need to write a little bit. So I don't know if I'll do another update tonight, but I'm definitely gonna talk to you tomorrow.
If I'm overthinking, I'm really trying, so I should stop it. So hard on myself, it's true. Pick apart the things I do. Been in hiding, backsliding.
So it is now the next day, and it's time for an update. I don't have any reading updates yet, but I did get my nails done this morning, so this is how they look. I noticed this like white design in, you know, like the options of like all of the different things that they have, and I thought it was really cool, and it just looked like, you know, gave me like snowy vibes, and I wanted something for Christmas, and I love it. There's even like tiny glitters in the like red nail polish, but I don't think you can see that on camera because it's super subtle, but I love it, and it was definitely very needed. Now we're gonna go to the coffee shop with my mom and my sister, so I'm gonna film some clips of that. I'm excited. Definitely, you know, self-care. I love going to the coffee shop, and so I'm gonna have like nice dessert and a nice drink, and I'm super excited. And then of course when I get back home I am gonna read. And I also got this new coat. You can't really see it that well because I'm not, I can't step that far away from the camera, but it's just this like simple gray coat, and it has a belt like this, and I like it a lot. I basically left my winter coat in London, and so I needed something for winter so that I wouldn't freeze. So I'm gonna go and I'll update you when I get back home.
Keep rewinding, pulling the thread through the loop, trying to find the faith I knew. Always thought that it would just feel right. I've been looking out for signs. I'm scared that I'm running out of time, trying to tell myself I'm fine. I'm waking up and I can't let go. I'm in my head, but I can't say no. Hate that I do this all the time. Don't wanna focus another moment on the things that I can't control. I need to find some peace of mind tonight. I don't wanna think about it now, nah, nah. I don't wanna think about it now, nah, nah. I don't wanna think about it now, nah, nah.
It is the next day now. It is Sunday and it's 5 p.m. and I think this is going to be my final update for this video. I have 2 more books to talk to you about. I haven't finished them, but I'm trying not to once again put pressure on myself to finish every single book that I talk about. And I am really excited about them though, so I actually just realized I have one like short book that I read yesterday and then 2 books. So the book that I read was actually another poetry book. I just needed like a quick audiobook, and this one was literally like 1 hour. And so I was like, I'm gonna try it out. It's called Sparks of Phoenix by Najwa Zebian, and it's narrated by the author, and I absolutely loved the audiobook. I do think I liked the audiobook more than like the poetry itself. I don't know if it was like that it was just too short, or it just like it didn't fully resonate with me. It didn't feel too impactful, but it also might be just because it's my fault and I maybe like couldn't focus on it as much as I needed to. But the author's voice is absolutely beautiful, and I do love listening to poetry on audio. And while it didn't fully resonate with me and I didn't feel fully connected to the poems, I definitely did like some of them, and it was just like a pleasant read anyways. So I read that yesterday, and then today I dove into Dance with the Fae Prince by Elise Kova, and I'm really enjoying it. I got to page 63, so not very far, but I was like flying through it, and I would have read a lot more, I think, if I didn't like have to do other things earlier. So I do think I'm definitely gonna pick it up tonight and read a lot more of it, but I just kind of wanted to wrap up this vlog and just, like relax and take my time with this book. But it is so far just like such a fun fantasy romance. So I think I mentioned that it's supposed to be inspired by Cinderella and Eros and Psyche. And so the Cinderella aspect is that she lives with her stepmother and has this like really toxic and horrible home situation and some shitty sisters and things like that. And then she basically ends up having to get married to this dude, and it's basically like for money for the family, and so that's why they arranged it. And she doesn't know the guy at all, she isn't told who it is or anything like that. And then she comes to his house that is like far north by the woods, and in the woods there are a lot of like dangers and fae that are like super dangerous. And one thing that I absolutely loved that I didn't know would be in this book is that so far, at least, Katria, our main character, is told by, I don't remember his name yet, oh my god. It's not in the back of the book, but the prince, the guy she gets married to, he tells her that she can't look at him. And so they basically have had multiple interactions now when like she can't look at him, and she like used a blindfold not to be able to see him, but like to be able to like sit in front of him. And I love that. I feel like it's the perfect book that I need right now, just like escapism and super fun and easy to get into and super readable. And I am definitely invested in the romance. If you like chill fantasy romances with some of the like fae vibes, like with some slight like royal elements to it and arranged marriage and everything, I definitely recommend you check this one out. I absolutely just love this cover as well. It is so beautiful. So I think that's all that I'm going to say about this book. Well, the last book that I started is Sips of Her by Carmen Lee, which is an adult sapphic romance novella, and it is basically about these two women who keep on running into each other. One of them basically owns a coffee shop, and so they run into each other there all the time, and they keep trying to, you know, like gain the courage to talk to each other and like ask each other out and all that fun stuff. And it's super cute, and it's really cute so far. I'm not that far into it, but I'm super excited to keep on reading it. It's also on Kindle Unlimited. Definitely gonna read more of that later tonight or tomorrow, or you know, yes. And so that is gonna be it for now. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that it was cozy and just, you know, pleasing and fun to watch. I hope you're all doing well and that you are getting rest. And yeah, so if you made it this far in the video, leave any kind of book emoji down below, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!